County Fox from Cardston Cowgirls are traveling together, help each other drive, help split traveling costs and arrangements. Let's go get them. A little dip on the look. She smiled. Good run, Cowgirl. Yeah, there it is.
Well, 3 seconds is good enough for third. Again, it's just
earlier this season, she absolutely slung it today. 2.6 seconds. She knew what she needed to do. However, she's going to break that barrier, which would have been a brand new #1 run. Yep, and so 12.6 is going to be the time for Kylie Shade out of Cardston with the barrier penalty assessed on time. We got that Cowgirl alongside.
How happy are you with how he worked today?
Oh, I love that horse. I've had her for a while. She's kind of a renegade and she's come around and I really love her.
Well, congratulations to you. Cashley Sykes is second overall here in the breakaway. We're bringing back to you guys.
oh, the Saddle Tramp takes a big jump out of that buck and shoot and AOZ. Logan Young finds his own way to the arena floor. Hey, could you offer him a nice round of applause for his efforts? Because if you take a look back to the field of play, there's a couple, flags on that field. He misses the horse out at the buck and shoot. They get him at the gate. That means it's going to be no score for that cowboy.
You said no score, ladies and gentlemen. You know what to do. Lea Park Rodeo fans. Do it. But
we're hanging on down inside the Barksman vegetation chute. Now here's a matchup for you. Let's get ready to go. A horse from the Moxa Rodeo Company. A horse called Rock Island Express, and the Cowboys will tell you that this one is a bucker. The cowboy up top is the #1 cowboy in Canada in the bronc riding. This is Lucas Moxa. Yes, it's his family that owns this horse. And he said today, boy, I gotta have my riding pants on. If I'm gonna cover this horse, Rock Island Express, I need to get it done and get it done with a lot of help today. Because the Cowboys say that this horse is a bucker. Let's go get him. #1 in the nation and showing you why. Whoa! Oh, wow. Cowboy help is on the way. Let's get him off of there, and first of all, we want you to give him a hand. There we are. Now let's look at it back on the big screen and let's see what went on. Perhaps your vantage point is better than what we see up top. Looked as though that horse stumbled during the ride. Looked like a little bit of a slip. We'll get an official ruling back from our judges momentarily on that ride. Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that horse slipped during the ride, and as you can see, they are going to give him the option of a score of 76 or the option for re-ride to come back on another horse.
Rodeo. And Nick Patterson is a cowboy that's been to the Canadian Finals Rodeo, and he wants to get back there. If he continues to do what he's doing, he is as sure a bet as anybody in Canadian Pro Rodeo. He would win at the West of the 5th Pro Rodeo in Rimbey, Alberta. He would tie for the event title in Drayton Valley. This is a cowboy that has already found his way to the winner's circle in 2024. And he wants to get back there in Lea Park. You just have to recalibrate a few things at the fore end. Make sure that that horse is standing up and in a good position for Nick Patterson to nod his head. Now, we saw just a couple of rides ago, it started with Logan Young, and they called him on the infraction with the mark out with a mishap. So what does it mean? For you new rodeo fans, sometimes we got to go to the second or third chapter to really understand what that mark out rule is. Cowboys required to have the spurs, which is on the heels of their ride boots over the point, for the horse's shoulders right there, and then we go to work. Oh, we talked about it and then it became a reality. I'll tell you what, they're going to get him at the gate. We were talking about that mark out rule. As you watch it right here, you watch that first jump. Cowboys required to have him up over that break to that point. That is where the chest of that horse meets the neck. That is not going to happen for Nick Patterson. So that continues to find its way and have huge implications in the bronc ride. That is the second horse that we're going to see missed out here this afternoon at the halfway point of our ATP Financial bronc ride.
You can see all the eyes on the Cowboys now to the Crude Master Transport chute. One of our rising stars in the world of saddle bronc riding, professional saddle bronc riding, and indeed, the first time we saw him, he was a rising star at the Rising Star Rodeo at the Canadian Finals Rodeo in 2019. The Cowboy is Ryan Spur Reed from Savinaw, British Columbia. A horse from Moxa Pro Rodeo they call Little Sister. They won one of the rounds at the Strathmore Rodeo on this horse last year, and Ryan will know that. The little horse with a big heart, the Cowboy from British Columbia, doing well. Hang on. Oh boy. Oh no, the news is not good down in front of the chute. Anytime you see one of those yellow flags fly, something is wrong and something went wrong, and that time it was no heel contact with the points of the horse's shoulders. No score for British Columbia. Ah, we've changed it. That was on one side. The judge on the other side said, yeah, let's give him a roll. Let's send him on out of there. Let's wave that mark out rule for that Cowboy. Notice something happening down inside. All right, he will get a score. There long enough, the judicial adjudication of the ride, in the opinion of three very knowledgeable judges, will be back to us momentarily. We've still got the Australian Mick Knight on top with 84.5, 69 for Ryan Reed, 69. Capital C Cowboy, our Kenny McLean Award winner last year at Professional Rodeo. Marvelous horse trainer, great roper, always top 10 in the team roping, and that would be enough for most Cowboys, not for this guy. And I'd like to ride broncs too, and guess what? He's just as good at that. He's number 3 in the SMS series of the bronc riding. Kyle Wanchuk is the Cowboy. The horse is a horse called Honeymoon. And they say this big horse has got a big rear out of there on behalf of the Moxa Rodeo Company. They just rode this horse to an 86-point ride in Leduc. So we know that we've got the ability for the Cowboy and the bucking horse. Let's throw them together on Saturday afternoon. I'm looking for support all the way through the ride. It's always a tough saddle bronc riding here at Lea Park. 2024 has proven to be double tough once again. There's the nod. Kyle Wanchuk in the house. Yeah, here we go. He's still on board, and we'd like you to make a little noise for the Cowboy. Let's pick him off right in front of you, everybody. Yeah, good job, Kyle. Oh boy. That yellow flag on the ground. And if you were watching along on our big screen, you saw it. On that left-hand side, there was a problem with that heel contact. No score for Kyle Wanchuk.
Stampede. She's all there. And Dawson Dom knows it. What you need to know when you talk about the one percenters like Dawson Dom is that they know what it feels like to breathe the air at the top of the mountain. This Cowboy is ready for any challenge, and that is exactly what he wants. Why? Because it presents the opportunity to move to the #1 position and far ahead of Mick Knight at 84.5. And as Dawson Dom settles on in, the terror of Tomahawk is about ready to come and fire. He knows he's got a job to do. You watch as he'll be in conversation at the far end until the moment he nods his head. Hancock Petroleum Incorporated is where we're all watching. I hope you are too. All right, Dawson, today's your day. Oh yeah, sit down. Dawson Dom, doing his job. That is a big, strong, beautiful bucking horse that they call Me Kendra. That is a horse that came from the bareback side and into the bronc ride. And you watch the first few jumps. That was phenomenal stuff. And as the numbers come to us and we await the assessments, I want to remind you 84.5 is on top. And the numbers come in at 73. Also the option of the re-ride. You saw just near the end of that ride, horse slowed down just a little bit, not allowing Dawson Dom the opportunity.